Hello and welcome to your Security Boost podcast, in which we demystify security and simplify protection for your personal and business valuable assets. I am Yota Nikolaidou, your hostess. Let's get started. Hey there! I hope you're having a fantastic day and thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are going to talk about a strategy for effective protection, why your business needs security policies and procedures, or as I call them, security script. An essential part of security is the crafting of policies and procedures, a series of directions on how to do anything step by step. However, there is the classic approach of drafting those, which is a copy-paste approach which does not serve the organization in the long run. And there is also the security script, of which the writing is an art. The art which manages to make any task easy, memorable, and effective to follow. In today's episode of your Security Boost, I will analyze how to craft an effective security script and what its benefits are for your organization. So stay tuned and ready to exercise your protection muscle. Every tip I give you can serve an individual, an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, a small company, a VIP, or even a corporation. This applies when you have people who must change positions and you have no time to train them. In fact, this is how I came up with it. As the head of a regional control center of operations for the civil defense, I had to find a way to teach people what they need to do quickly, because when there is an emergency, it is impossible to ensure that I will always have the people I trained all the time. Even though it is the ideal scenario, it is not a realistic one. Changes happen and issues occur. Thus, when I designed the scripts of operation, I did not need to teach them how to perform each task, but instead just how to read and follow the script. Now please note that in order for that to work, people need to be familiar with the subtasks of that checklist, and each step must be the smallest, simplest step you can have. You do not combine stuff together or assume that people will understand what you mean. You break it down into simple chunks to bite by considering the worst user level background. That is the key. Here are the 6 reasons why you need to have a security script prepared for your business. Number 1, thinking simplicity. The purpose of security policies and procedures is to direct the employee handling a situation to perform it correctly, removing unnecessary thinking from the process. Obviously, I'm not talking about removing critical thinking from our mode of operation, but in some cases, removing the part that is repeated and it is always the same, it's helpful. Number 2, closing background gaps and different approaches. Teaching a lot of people with different backgrounds and or operational modes how to operate on different occasions, which happen to be their new job daily tasks, can become challenging. In order to minimize this challenge and stress, we apply the so-called a security script. Number 3, speeding up the learning process. Think about the first time you learn something. It takes you longer to implement it, and with time, it improves. When you start something, you do not remember all the steps in the beginning, but with time, it becomes a habit and you implement it without worrying about forgetting details in the process. Number 4, you get laser focus on the parts of the task that are actually important. When you are thinking about so many things and you have to take so many decisions at the same time, your focus is split and diversified, minimizing your brain's real estate, which can be vigilant only for those things that are important. A security script, though, allows you to remove most of that fuzz. Number 5, you increase your protection levels. Everyone follows a unified approach, and the window which is left for mistakes and misalignments is much smaller. And number 6, you minimize the possibility for an employee to freeze on a difficult and/or stressful situation. A great secret when training people for the protection of high-stake facilities or when there is no room for error or action delays is to pass into the subconscious level the process. That is done with repetition of following the exact same steps, aka a security script. However, if you try this approach without having the knowledge and experience to do it properly, you are at risk of ending up making useless your personnel. You do not want marionettes and a stagnant brain. You just want it to be clear and focused on what is really important. It's so delicate, like a brain surgery process. So basically, the security scripts operate like manuals of operation, and they do serve in high-stress situations when the brain by default works on half of its capabilities, which is really dangerous and critical when you are in high-risk situations and human lives depend on you. And let's complete this episode of your Security Boost with a tweetable. When you want to achieve higher protection levels, draft your security scripts. Here we go. You now know the basic components of an effective security script and what are its benefits for your organization. As always, the best discussions happen after the episode at iotanicolaidou.com, so I am looking forward to hearing your thoughts and comments. Subscribe for a consistent boost of your protection muscle. That is all for today. I am shutting down the podcast curtain until next week. Have a great day. I cannot wait to hear your comments, so leave them below or head to iotanicolaidou.com and let's continue the conversation. You will find the link in the description of this episode. Have a great day, and until next Monday, stay safe.